Okay everyone, tip number one, which is a game changer for me, is your camera settings. This is the default that comes with the game. I have it on co-op. It doesn't really matter the rest of them unless you play them. And camera settings, custom, camera zoom on the least. This gives you a clear view of the whole pitch. As you can see both sides, either side, and you can see where the opportunities are. If there's players on the wing that are open, you can also see the opponent making runs, so you can cover the runs easier. And yeah, these are the camera settings that I would be going for. As well as this, the visual settings. Some people don't have these changed. HUD, player and name indicator, and the player name. You need to know who's on the ball. Like, I see a lot of people having the username, so the player's username while you're playing them, which is pretty useless. So once you get the player name, you'll know exactly which player's on the ball, and you know, obviously you'll be able to figure out if they're left-footed, right-footed, weak start, you know, from the name, which gives you an advantage in game, to be able to show them down the line, or maybe let them shoot on the weak foot, or you know that might do some skills. Or you might know they're slower, you might know they're faster to drop off or to get closer. So I think that's a massive tip, because I don't think this comes as default. Also, you've got this score clock drop down. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes at the beginning of the game, the game gives you some sort of graphic that drops down, and if the ball is up in that top left corner, you can literally see nothing. Plus, when your substitutes come up, it'll block the screen, so your opponent could be attacking in that top left corner, and you could be well, you can't see anything, so he could be taking you on and you can't see anything, cross, goal. So that's a massive tip, that score clock drop down, turn that off. The rest is up to you. I just have it normal. Net tension tight, it gives you that good effect when you score a goal. Rectangle, net meshing, hexagon. I also have just put this connection monitoring on, ping only, which will lead on to my second tip, which I think is a massive thing that people don't really look into. No one's really talked about so much. So here's a second tip. Yeah, so tip number two is looking at this ping right here. 16 milliseconds. Hopefully it stays steady. As you see, it's gone down, which is a good indication, but when it goes up over maybe 30, 35 and the ping drops to 4 bars, that's when you've got a problem. Below 1. Does it jump up? There you go. See it jump up to 24, that's literally double the ping. And 32, but how perfect did that look in the first 2 seconds? You got to leave it to settle, like back down to 12, so we're going to back out of that because we don't want that gameplay. So tip number 4, boys, is to trigger runs with the L1 button. As you can see there, I'm going to trigger a run with Payet, which also flips to the R1 or right bumper to trigger him to come back. Abdul, come forward. Abdul, go back. Trigger Klaus. There you go. Can you see him running? Nice.
City move it forward with purpose.
Just all you have to do is point at the player and press R1. Go Vieira. There you go.
Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising.
This is obviously massively useful when you're trying to make space on the wings and your player seems a bit static. You point at them.
Cancelo.
L1 or
intercepting it intelligently.
L left bumper and you make a run.
Cancelo.
And same to
using all his defensive acumen to cut it out.
Kocha. I'm going to trigger Payet. There you go.
In behind for him to chase.
Wow, Payet.
He's managed to get in behind.
Terrible first touch, but nice finish. We've got Payet, Dimitri Payet. Just don't think you understand. Right, I'm going to set Klaus off there because I can see that he's overcommitted. And Casillas with a massive
throw in here.
Fail. Okay, like I see now, Jairzinho's dropping back. I'm going to trigger him to go. Ow.
Jairzinho. Paolo Maldini.
Right, I'm sending Klaus on a run here. Now I'm sending Jairzinho, but
close.
It's tightly marked. Okay, send Mateus. There it goes.
Mateus. Oh, sure.
Nice. Literally, if you look at the directional pad, I literally tap R1 constantly when I'm making runs. The AI sometimes is just asleep. But yeah, triggering players is a massive thing. I've just done it with Keane.
Di Maria sliding it through.
A lot of my friends who are elite as well have said that they've never heard of this before, so I thought it's a massive, very useful tip. Trigger the run, make a bit of space from that. Trigger the run.
Now potentially dangerous position for City.
Forward, Abdul go back. So tip number 4, boys, will be the player-to-player marking.
So back underway.
This is triggered by double tapping R1 when you're defending the ball, especially on the wings. If you think they're going to have a free player in the box when they're going to cross it in, double tap this, and your defenders will tightly mark the opponent.
Now with the
I'll show you an example now.
Rashford.
Here we go. Can you see how he's marking him now?
Really vital interception here.
Klaus marked the player, little blue arrows came up over his head, and he automatically sucked into the defender to mark him. Player marking.
Guerrero.
Player marking.
Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Ronaldo. Oh, great defending. How can they nudge in front late on here?
In the middle.
Ronaldo.
Use the player press.
Nice and easy for the keeper. The second period of extra time. How about the cross?
He tracked well.
Payet. And here's Mateus. And will it be the
Got to get that goal in, you know what I mean? So tip number 5, boys, is the main tip of the video, I think, and it's the most important one, to be fair, and it is to stop defending with your defenders as much. Stop pulling them out of position when your opponent is countering you, and use your midfield to drag them back. This has helped massively to get me to elite and obviously get the decent results in weekend league, and I think it's the main reason what differentiates casual players, average players to the elite and professionals. I'll give you a few examples.
Possession and patience, the watchwords. Ginola, can he give them the lead?
Ah, it's lucky. Look at his goal ever. Boys. I'm using Payet to cover the space instead of pulling out my defenders, and then when I need to, I'm pulling my defenders backwards to let them use the AI defending. Because as soon as you get one-on-one and that player gets past your last defender, that's it, it's a goal. 99 times out of 100. Pulling back in midfield, Mateus come back. I'm letting the AI defend, look. There we go. Mateus just got the interception just because I pulled him back, and I didn't have to move the defence and create big spaces behind. Again, I'm using Vieira to cover the space instead of my defenders. My defenders are already going back.
Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass.
Obviously, there's times where you need to cover the defender when you think the ball's going to go over the top, and you need to select the defender to cover the space, especially with opponents like Mbappe and R9. But you need to recognise the times where that's going to happen and when it's not, and that's one of the main things to look out for. I'm going to use Mateus to drop back, and then I know that I might go one-on-one, so I'm pulling back Maldini.
Well, they took care of the situation defensively.
Giving him the space in behind for him to run in. I'm just trying to come back. As long as I've got a player there, I'm cool.
Cancelo.
You see how he's overcommitted his left back now? If he would have used his midfielder, he might have been able to stop that. And that results in a goal. It's easy as that.
He's made it a brace for himself.
Overcommitted the left back instead of pulling back a midfielder and letting the left back push back into his defensive position. He's pulled him out of position. I've exposed that space. Easy goal, and he's obviously lost the game for that. You can see Trent is massively out of position there. I just did a quick 1-2. Ginola to Payet. Payet's in the space, and obviously I just waited, and saw Kocha in space, and easy finish.
Attack.
Here we go, cover the space for the defender.
Yaya Toure.
Ball over the top, and I'd have been in
danger. Now Zidane.
I'm pulling Mbappe back because I know
incisive pass from Mbappe.
And Gerinch are fast. Again,
Toure.
Back.
Well,
forces him to do a long shot.
Excellent effort. He read it well defensively.
Here again, pulling my defenders back.
Well, these players must be motivated. Again, the crowd have been great. Can they now get the win?
Now I'm pulling back because it's one-on-one. You see that? And Vieira's too far away. Pulling him back. Second man press in the midfield. Pulling back, using man midfield, covering the space.
Well, the fans really want him to shoot. Can he put
Still
them in
covering the
front?
space. Can't do anything. There you go. Kind of baited that out, but second
Zidane.
press, Pid.
And on to Toure. Well, showing
Austin.
excellent judgment to intercept. Oh, splendid header, but a fine... And now the delivery. Oh, blocked
How
it!
did he save it? So boys, in swinger if you need to. If the keeper's coming out, point at the penalty spot. I always try to pick Maldini because he's a beast. That's 3 in a row. 4.
And a goal right off the bat.
Third time lucky.
No wonder they're jumping for
Nice
joy.
little tip for you.
Well, Garincha didn't disappoint in the first half. Stuart, I wonder what you made of his contribution.
Well, oh my God, that is the luckiest goal ever.
And a goal.
Luckiest goal ever.
It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Make a run, Keane. It's so bad. Why would you run on the outside of him?
Cancelo. And now Correa. They could nudge in front.
Correa's just unreal. Left stick dribble. Left stick dribbling, unreal. Like, who else can do that there?
Well, how about this?
Giving up. Is his AI?
Nice switch of play.
Maldini. Looks like it.
And on to
That is
Carvalho.
weird. Why has he switched to AI? Where's the marker over his head? It's gone. Okay then.
Now with Carvalho.
Literally has switched to AI. That's cheating.
Joao Cancelo.
You see, he's got no indicator over his head. AI. That is so weird. Now this would be like ultimate attacking difficulty. Let me check if he's on PC, 100% cheater. There you go. 3 River, cheater, cheater, cheater. Weird
well, the
bloke.
big question: who will come out on
this
top?
is why you
We're
never
into
trust
the
these
second
dodgy
period of
connections.
extra time here.
For some reason, when they switch to AI, they can't get the ball off you. It's really weird. Like they can't trigger press. Like it's one-man press constantly, and it's just doing this constantly.
It's with Joao
so if you
Cancelo.
ever encounter this in rivals or champs, just get the ball and pass it around back. Pretty easy.
Enzo Fernandez.
I'll do this all day, my friend.
And the fourth official. And so the final whistle
That's
here.
a little dub. Alright lads, don't forget to like, follow and comment on the TikTok if it's helped you with the tips. There will be a more in-depth video on my YouTube, youtube.com/MatteoKills, explaining it obviously more in-depth and more at length. So if you enjoyed the video, stick around and we'll see you next time. Thanks.